Pay attention, I'm reading. I know, right? I know!
I didn't realize.
So, Shaun of the Dead is the first film in eager rights. 3.
Oh god damn!
Edgar, shut up, Edgar.
He's eager.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't mispronounce one name.
Touche.
So I have to
We
keep
did this guy too. We
I know. I know.
Well, as long
I
as you
mispronounced the
don't.
same name too.
We'll get to
As long as you don't mispronounce this Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, who's
Quentin
that clown?
Tarantino.
I just wrote. I saw it on Accolades. I was like, who's this clown?
Okay. Well, speaking of being asshats, we should let her finish the intro.
Yeah.
I'm so good at reading this. Shaun of the Dead tells the story of a young man attempting to gain some focus in his life, all while having to deal with an impeding zombie apocalypse. The film was shot over 9 weeks in 2003 and was a commercial success, making $30 million on a budget of just $6 million. That's actually pretty impressive. I didn't know that. The film sits at a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, and in 2004, total film named Shaun of the Dead the 49th best British film of all time. And the legendary director Quentin Tarantino has questioned the film as one of the top 20 made since 1992.
Do you know who that is? You
Yes, I know who Quentin.
I
I watched
really-
Kill Bill. I know who Quentin
I
Tarantino.
really don't agree.
Although that's the first thing you think of when you think of Quentin Tarantino. You don't think of Pulp Fiction
Kill
or like one of actually Kill Bill's okay.
Well, I'm not going to lie. If you tell me Quentin Tarantino, I'm going to say Shaun of the Dead. Because I really like this movie. I really love Simon Pegg.
Wait.
Caitlin Kaminga favorite, Simon Pegg.
Genre-conversation fave, Simon Pegg.
Well, it could be just
Okay, so Michael, you didn't like this?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Interested.
Mainly because I don't feel like it knows where it's trying to go.
I
mean, you
part
could
of that is
you could say that is
intended.
the feeling of the movie, but
I think part of that is intended because the main character doesn't really know where he wants to go.
who cares?
I think that's basically what. No, but I think that's basically what this film is. And this is the reason I like this one more than I like Hot Fuzz is because I feel like the characters are more flawed in Shaun of the Dead, and as a result, obviously they're more flawed, but as a result, they have more opportunity to grow and change. And I think that is what makes this movie work in a lot of ways for me. I mean, out of all the Cornetto trilogy, out of all the Cornetto films, it's probably the most raw. Like he's definitely doing a lot of different things. He did like things that he would remove later, but I don't know if he removed them for the better. Like this one definitely has less polish than Hot Fuzz, less polish than The World's End, but at the same time, I think that's what adds to the charm of it. That he does.
I would agree with the lack of polish, but
he does do the Quentin Tarantino thing. He has the references to other horror films. He references Night of the Living Dead and other things like that. And he does. There's definitely scenes that stand out to me as being amazing, like that scene with the Don't Stop Me Now. And the jukebox at the end of the thing where it's playing the Queen and they're hitting the thing in time with the song. Like, I think that's amazing. And I think that's where Edgar Wright's at his strongest. I think that's where this film is at its strongest.
Yeah. If I can give my 2 cents on this film, because this will contradict everything Michael's been saying.
I'm sure it will.
I think, for me, because I actually really liked this movie, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead are 2 of my favorite films.
Have you seen World's End?
I have. I can't.
Did you like it, or
From what I can remember.
are you thinking are you confusing it with the one with Seth Rogen, or
No.
no? Okay, you're not doing that. Okay.
But anyway, I have to give.
I had confusion with that. Whenever people say The World's End, sometimes I get mixed up with This Is the End, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
I thought the movie was terrible.
But the one word, when I first watched this movie, the one word that I can use to describe is it's frustrating. This film is properly frustrating in that you're watching these characters and we know based on our culture and knowledge of zombies, it's a zombie apocalypse. You should be getting braced for everything to be falling around you and you need to survive, whereas these guys have such a casual go at it. And the only way I can describe that as frustrating is it's properly British comedy in that it's supposed to be frustrating. It's supposed to be you're sitting there and you're going, why the hell does this matter?
Heavily ironic.
Yeah, it's really ironic.
Where he's pulling the records out and the zombies are about to even Dire Straits.
Yeah, throw
And then he's like, throw it. And I'm like laughing
That was
so
funny.
hard.
Yeah.
It was great.
It
Whereas,
did have
like,
funny moments.
whereas
Yeah.
like the average person would be like, why are you caring about keeping records
Yeah.
in a zombie apocalypse? You should just be like, kill them all, kill bitches. But
It's like, no, it's my favorite record. And it's
No,
like,
it's-
Dire Straits
it
accurate.
doesn't even matter. And they just like just go to the pub and drink until it all falls over. And so it's like, I can't kill mom because mom is important. The mother is like the most troublesome character, and I think that when I first watched this, I agree that I didn't. I know. I didn't know if I liked it when I first watched it, but then I had to sit down and think about it and be like, that was actually kind of clever, because I was sitting there and I'm going, come on! Do something with yourselves. And I don't know, that's kind of what the whole zombie thing is about, is you're frustrated, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to do, everybody has a different take on it. There's, like, you could see references to Night of the Living Dead where
You
there's...
see references to Dead Alive.
Yeah, you could see references to everything, and then it's like there's two different takes on it. And, like, there's the universal knowledge of zombies, but here's a take on it, in my opinion. And I think that
I definitely do think that Shaun of the Dead is what would happen if the UK ever had a zombie apocalypse.
yeah, probably.
Like, without a doubt, I think that is almost kind of
Yeah, that's almost...
what would happen.
It's almost spot on. But,
I don't know. The first time I ever saw Shaun of the Dead, I was convinced that I wasn't gonna like it. I was fully prepared, like it was gonna be something like The Hangover that everybody else likes, but I don't.
I hate that.
I have a lot of those, but I was fully prepared to accept that. You know what, Shaun of the Dead might not be my cup of tea. And then when I was watching it, I don't know. I just felt there was some kind of magic, cinematic magic in the film.
Oh, yeah.
That it's so kind of raw, and it almost feels like a part of Wright's soul, like in a way that I don't think that the other two films in the series do. But I think that it really captures the essence of what it's trying to go for, which is what would happen if the zombie apocalypse hit Britain.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That's not entirely fair. This movie is played up at parts serious and at parts of comedy.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
I think
'cause-
that's part of British humor, though.
And I think
Yes.
Simon Pegg shows that really well, too, because Simon Pegg, even in, like... Well, every movie that I can think of that has Simon Pegg in it, even if it's like his most serious moment, like Hot Fuzz, which you mentioned, is another one of my favorites. He's trying to be a very serious character, but still has elements of comedy in it. Here, he brings elements of comedy into I wouldn't call this movie a comedy. I don't know if I would, but he brings comedic elements to every movie he does, in one way or another.
I don't think I liked it because I went in expecting a comedy, and the gore here bothered me a lot more than Dead Alive, ironically.
Yeah, that doesn't seem...
It was more realistic.
It was more
Definitely is
realistic.
more
That was the
realistic.
problem for me.
Yeah, more ridiculous.
How is
Whenever
it I
it comes
can-
to gore, more ridiculous.
I can
is
handle
better.
realistic gore, but as soon as it goes over the top, I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that.
I don't get it.
But like, does like Saw like piss you off then or something?
No, I really like Saw.
Well, Saw.
I like my gore
Yeah, no, Saw
cartoony.
pisses me off.
So it's not a problem.
I'm not saying it doesn't piss me off, but I like Saw.
Well, Saw.
I just like more. I guess I'm more of a realistic kind of person.
Some people are so ungrateful to be alive.
Like if you're trying to,
That's my
I guess my rules of film that if you're trying to be in a realistic world, you need to have realistic traits that make sense to your world. If you're trying, that's maybe why I didn't like Dead Alive so much. If you're in a world that's
I think Dead
humanistic,
Alive though sets up.
well, I know, but
Yeah,
beyond
but
Dead
if it-
Alive's not trying to be in the realistic
I
world.
realize that. But like, I just see it as this is a human world. This is like,
So what?
I don't know. That's just my view, though.
Okay, so you were expecting a comedy then, Michael, and you felt like you didn't get it. You felt like you
No.
were robbed of a comedy.
I didn't feel robbed. It was funny at times. It's just the gore really bothered me.
Mm.
I can't enjoy movies like this because the gore bothers me.
Right.
The gore didn't bother me in Dead Alive because, like we covered,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
you could tell it was fake.
Whereas I'm the exact opposite. I really enjoyed this movie for what it was because I knew it wasn't a comedy going in. I was expecting a full-out horror going into this film, or something along the lines of like Zombieland or something like that. But it was. I really liked this movie. It was what I expected
Maybe
a
it's
British
because
zombie movie to be.
Maybe I think the reason I liked it the first time was because I was expecting comedy and then it wasn't actually a comedy. Like
So hard to please.
No, but seriously, I'm not a comedy guy. Comedy lol.
Comedy law.
Learning.
Learning.
Learning all the things.
All the
Imagination. Like,
Well, that happened.
I don't know. Was there things that you did like in Shaun of the Dead, then, Michael?
I liked some of the jokes.
Dire Straits.
Yeah, I was amused by the red buttons. And beating on the zombie forever and having it just not die.
We're having a good time.
Getting drunk at the bar,
That was pretty fun.
that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Like Edgar Wright does do like bar scenes really well. That's the one thing I noticed. Like the bar scene in Hot Fuzz is great. Like without a doubt, the bar scene in this movie is pretty funny. Like most of the bar
Just go to the pub, it'll all be over.
Just go to the pub.
The gore just makes it unwatchable for me.
Okay.
Just makes it unwatchable. Okay, so you got to start.
And I'm sure that there are gore connoisseurs out there would be like, this gore was nothing. In this movie over here, and
I don't know. People who would complain about, who say that, people who like complain about people not being able to stomach gore usually frustrates me because you don't know anybody else. Like that's the one thing that frustrates me, right? Like
I don't care if
I just get frustrated. I'm like, stop. I'm like, stop. Gore fanatic, stop.
I think maybe the reason why I can handle real gore is because I've seen real gore. Because of my family, we do hunting.
Lol.
I
Don't want to hear about
I
that.
know how that looks, but
they are people who don't like our episodes.
Most dangerous game.
we have a family purge every year.
Go find
We're
gonna go watch Purge.
This got dark in a hurry.
Can we actually go see Purge?
No, we can't. That movie's gonna be bad.
I don't care.
The first one was bad.
You owe me. Forever.
That's right, I do it because I
Oh
didn't
my.
take you to go see Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
I'm
Correct.
sorry.
Oh my!
Oh my! Oh yeah!
I'm waiting for people to
Oh,
start
no.
writing fanfic about you two. I
Ah!
laugh so hard.
Don't do that. Don't do
Do that. Do that
Oh.
today. In fact, link it on the video.
No. Don't
Be
do that.
fantastic.
Anymore.
I
Careful,
like-
they'll start writing it about us.
I like you, but not that way.
Same. No, but
That's not going to
I was
stop.
going to make a George Pie reference, but then I didn't feel like it.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh yeah.
Oh no! There's some people like Lou who don't do anything on these tasks. Oh my!
Oh man.
Oh my! Lou Ferrigno.
And koozies.
Anyways, let's move on to the quiz bowl.
No, we need ratings.
You need ratings? Oh, sorry.
Why do you
I'm
keep
assuming yours is
forgetting?
5.
I like this movie.
Mine's a 3. Michael, what's yours?
I'm going to say about 2.
2? Alright.
Okay,
Yeah.
but before we need to give all of the movies.
Oh yeah, we need to.
Why is it that I'm being like your secretary? I need to remind you of everything.
Well, you know what
do.
happens to the secretary.
Damn it!
Stop it!
I'm trying not to do that.
You know, I'm going to say Dead Alive I would rate first.
You didn't see Night of the Living Dead, so you can't add it.
I would rate it second.
I like
would
the
rate
idea of it.
I do like the
I've not
idea.
seen it. I think it'd be probably the second best of the
Yes, I'm going to say that. No, the main reason I'm giving it points is because it's been a very influential movie. And while I could sit here and debate about whether the opinion of the masses has any credibility or not, the fact that it's been that big a game changer means that it's worth watching. I would put Shawn Dead at 3 because I know I'm not going to watch it again. The gore bothered me too much.
Okay.
I'm sure the gore would bother me in Night of the Living Dead too, but it's older, so I might be able to get away with it.
Gore in Night of the Living. Besides people chewing on femurs, that was funny. The taste of human femur must taste like chicken.
I worry about you.
I just made a realization that I publicly friend zoned you.
Yes. It was mutual,
on
though.
the internet.
Yeah, it's true. It's mutual. Anyway, I definitely. Well, it's obvious if you don't know what my ratings are. Shaun of the Dead is number 1. Night of the Living Dead is 2, and Dead Alive would be 3rd for me.
I'd have the same as yours, but I would swap Night of the Living Dead and Shaun of the Dead.
So you should. That's
So
different.
that's
So you should probably just
different.
list them.
Night of the Living Dead would be 1, Shaun of the Dead would be 2, and Dead Alive would be 3.
So the recording movies that we chose are at the top as per usual.
So what?
Well, because I chose Shaun of the Dead, I
Yeah,
assume
pretty
you
much.
chose
Yeah,
Night of the
pretty
Living
much.
Yeah.
This is what happens every time we do this.
Dead. You pick your favorite?
Well, you never know.
No,
That might change over time.
Well, okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. One of these episodes, we're all going to pick a movie we hate, but that everyone else likes.
I'm
Or we're
pretty
doing
sure
that
we've
slowly.
already doing
Yeah,
that.
we're doing that. Never mind.
Dude.
Never mind. On that note, before I get even more brain, let's move on to the quiz bowl.
Bye.
Stop saying bye.
Bye.
Keep saying bye just to annoy him.
Bye.